Oh, they're already here. There's Amanda, look. Amanda's already here.
Hi.
Judy's here. Laura's here. People are here. People from Alaska. Kathleen's here. I need to come down a little bit. Let me back up. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So I'm assuming you can hear us because I already tested the camera. Kentucky. St. Louis. There's Laura.
Hi.
Judy's waiting for Joni to come home and cook. Roman is watching. Lily, come say hi, Lil. The whole family's here. You gotta say hi.
Come say hi.
Lily doesn't want to say hi. Here's Amelia. Here's Lily. It's the whole family. This is our kitchen. I'm drinking an Aperol Spritz. Christina's drinking wine out of a blue vine mug from our
It's
Christmas
acceptable
market.
because at Christmas markets they give you the hot wine in these, so it's acceptable to drink wine in a mug.
Roman says hi to both of you. Laura says hi.
Hi, Roman.
Megan in Delaware. Oh, Florida. Catherine in Chicago. Ashley Baton Rouge. Laura's going to drink it from... Is that the one from
This is
Strasbourg?
yes.
Oh, she does have a matching coat. All right, so we're cooking. We're going to cook today. Amanda has that mug too. Is everybody ready to cook? Those of you that are cooking. I know for some of you, like in California, it's breakfast time. So you're probably not cooking, but maybe you're watching this later and then you're cooking. So I'm talking to you too. But I assume everybody's ready because today we're making, what are we making?
Amatriciana. Bucatini Amatriciana. So it's a dish from the Amatrice region. Where is that? I don't even know.
It is north of Rome,
North of Rome. So
like in the Umbria area.
So this is the place. There was a really bad earthquake a few years ago. When was that?
It was
3 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago. It was a really bad earthquake. And after that happened, everyone around Italy, including Rome, they decided to donate proceeds from when people ordered Amatriciana to help the people of Amatrice. So that's when I first had Amatriciana, because I never had it before. And after I had it that one time, that's pretty much all I ever order in restaurants now. So.
Yeah, it's a very, I mean, it's not from Rome, but it's a very traditional Roman dish. So Roman food is very simple usually. So like you would get Amatriciana, which is just tomato sauce and guanciale. Like very simple. And carbonara, very simple. Cacio e pepe, very simple. So a lot of the pasta dishes here are super simple. And we're American, so we're used to American pasta where you like to just throw everything in.
18 different spices and 14 different cheeses.
And here they don't really do that. Like we're not Italian or we're not Roman, but she has taken notes and asked people questions. And so she knows what she's doing. That's why she's cooking and not
I'm
me.
not a nonna, okay? So I'm going to do my best, but I am still an American girl. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty close to what I get in the restaurants. So I think I got it pretty good.
I would never order this in restaurants because it's not a pasta that I really like. But I think hers is much better than what I usually sample in restaurants. It's good. I think you're going to love it. If you've never had it, you'll love it. If you've had it in Rome, you're going to love it. Can you get that in America? Is that like, do they have that at Olive Garden? I don't know.
Not at Olive Garden. Amanda, you got it somewhere there, didn't you? Some Italian restaurant or Laura? I think you can get it there.
Okay. I don't know.
Some places. Italy.
Italy.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to cook?
Yeah, you gonna put music on or something, or are you not doing
You just start cooking.
that? Okay. All right. Let's start.
So we're going to start cooking. Now, I have you on a tripod, and I'll kind of move you around the kitchen. We're not obviously set up for like cooking
You should show them the kitchen before we
classes.
start, so they can see what an Italian kitchen is like.
I will show them the kitchen. Yes. Okay. 1 second. You can talk. You know? It's not just me talking.
Listen, so here's our kitchen. We have a little stove here, a little stove, a little oven.
Yeah. So this is Italian style kitchen. Oh, Amanda wants to know what you're drinking.
Orvieto Classico, white wine. It's gonna go into the Amatriciana.
Yeah, it's the same that we use. So, okay, I'm going to show you around the kitchen. You're on a tripod, and we'll start cooking in a second. You're on a tripod, so if it gets bouncy for a second, I'm sorry. So this is our hood for the oven, which is kind of funny because it doesn't go anywhere. Like if you turn this on to suck all the smoke out, it just goes straight up. And that's because our owners, or the owners of the, not our owners, the owners of the apartment, they did everything themselves and they didn't really
Know what they were doing.
They didn't really know what they were doing. So it's just it's just a hood that goes straight up. It's like it's hollow up there. And this is our stove. So 4 burners. It's gas. It's a lot bigger than stoves we've had in other apartments. And of course there's an oven down there. This is it for our kitchen storage. We have 3 drawers. That's like the pipes and stuff. And then 2 cabinets here and 1 here. That's our pantry. That's all we have. So that's why like we have to go to the grocery store every day
Show them the fridge.
because there's nowhere to store
How
anything.
big it is.
This is our refrigerator. So you can see this is actually a big refrigerator for us, for Italy. It's bigger than what we've had in the past. But yeah, that's it. So it doesn't hold much. Like when we have leftovers, there's not really, we have to like put it in little bowls because that's all it fits. Our freezer, we actually have a lot of stuff in the freezer right now. Yeah, you saw Bellini. This is our freezer. We have, like, that's it. That's the whole freezer. And it needs to be defrosted too. I don't know if you have to do that in America. I know when I was little, we would have to defrost our freezer, but I don't think we did because I was older. But like there's thick ice in here. There's enough room for 1 ice tray. We have like a frozen pizza, which is awful. And we have,
It's good.
I don't like it. We have pancakes, but that's it. That's the freezer. That's the whole freezer. So that's our kitchen. And then we have over here, I'm going to show you over here. We have a lamp in here because the lighting isn't that good. There's Amelia. We have this little cubby where we put cereal and wine and my Aperol.
And cactuses.
That's all my snacks. Like I have lots of vitamins and snacks in there. That's our phone. Wait, where's my finger? That's the phone for the intercom. So if you come to visit us, you would ring the buzzer downstairs. It has my name on it. You ring the buzzer. It has me in an Apple shirt. I think it's me. A little graffiti mountain with an Apple shirt.
And fittingly enough, it's spelled wrong.
Yeah, my name is spelled wrong on the buzzer. But anyway, you ring that. It rings the phone. And usually the phone falls off because it's not like a regular telephone. But the buzzer is so loud that it scares everybody in the house. The phone falls onto the floor. And then we have to ring people in to come up. And then that's our kitchen door. That's a little outlet hole that the owners just kind of left open. So anyway, that's our kitchen.
That's it.
Oh, our washer. That's our washing machine. No dishwasher. We have a washing machine. That's it. No dryer. That's Christina. Oh, I didn't mention these 2 cabinets. Those are our pots and pans. And then our sink. We should probably start cooking.
Yeah, we should start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 7 o'clock here. So it's prime cooking time. Now, if you have questions, let me know. I'll show you what she's doing. She can answer the questions. Go.
Can you
Yeah.
give more?
More one.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they can see what we're going to do. But first, we need to cut the guanciale. So I went to the grocery store today and I got guanciale. And I just ordered it in...
Let's see what they see.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see what they see.
Okay. So I just order it in slices, and for our family, I usually do 3, and that's enough. So the guanciale, I don't know if all of you guys have guanciale or some of you have pancetta, but it'll have this hard skin kind of thing right there. You want to cut that off. So let's do that first. So I just slice it off.
Was everyone able to find guanciale? It's not that easy to find in America. I know some of you went to like an Italian bakery or deli or whatever.
I do know that there are places that you can get guanciale in America, but it's very, very expensive. And
Laura found it.
Yeah, Laura found it. Let's see, I got 3 slices here. Let's see how much it was.
Julie found it. Hi, Julie. Kathleen, your husband bought bacon. It's kind of the same. This is like Italian bacon.
So this was €1.20 for
Pancetta
these.
works.
For these 3. Okay, so you just want to take off all of that hard skin. And the lady cut it a little bit thinner than I would have liked. But...
Whole Foods might have it. Italian
now, is
markets.
anybody cooking with pancetta? Because I've actually never made this with pancetta. If you're cooking it with pancetta, you should really try the sauce as you're cooking because the saltiness may be different than this, so you can adjust the salt.
Laura Moss is using pancetta.
Okay, so...
Yeah, test the sauce as you go so you don't need to add as much salt probably.
So then I took the skin off and now all I'm doing is just cutting it into little strips. Oh, Mountain, can you turn on the burner? Put a teeny bit of olive oil in it.
So also, you didn't see that because I'm over there, but our stove isn't self-lighting, so we actually have to use a lighter. So I think that's kind of typical here as well. We don't have like the little self-lighting stoves.
Which makes it more fun when I have the kids make stuff because they're in here playing with lighters. They're not playing, but they have to use a lighter to light the stove, so. Okay, so, are you putting a touch of olive oil? Okay, just a little.
Just a little.
So this guanciale is pretty fatty. Let me show you one. So like.
The wooden spoon, yeah.
So this is a little strip. So all this and all this is fat, basically. It's good fat. You're gonna want it. But because of this, you don't need a lot of olive oil because as it cooks, it'll melt into the pan. Okay. I'm gonna put it in now. I'll just put it in.
Oh, I guess I need to show that. All right. Sometimes I forget I have people on a tripod.
As you can see, this is our first cooking show. Okay, so just put it in. And you want it on a low flame, so even lower than that, because you want it to cook slowly. If you do it too fast, it'll burn. So low flame. And just mix it around a little and just wait.
What should it look like? It gets kind of clear.
It'll get clear, I'll show you. It'll get transparent, and then you keep cooking. And it'll start getting crispy, and that's when it's ready. So now we wait.
So the people that are live, are you cooking now or are you just watching? I'm curious. Because it is lunchtime, where a lot of you are. Cooking. Oh, good. Are you keeping up? Are we going too fast for cooking, or is this an okay pace? Amanda's watching, Sarah's cooking, Kristen's watching, Laura's cooking. Perfect pace, good. Catherine's watching. Like, I've watched cooking shows before, but just watching, it's only 9 a.m. Yeah, I don't blame you there.
Okay.
Breakfast here, yeah, you would make this for breakfast.
So you can see here, it's already starting to get translucent. See? With this one here, you can almost see through it.
make it later. Julie is cooking. Just started boiling water. We haven't started boiling water yet.
I usually start it when it's a little more transparent.
Yeah. Oop.
And our thing takes forever to boil, so.
Yeah, our stove is pretty slow. Is that low to medium heat?
Yes, low to medium. So just keep stirring it. And he only put a tiny little bit of olive oil, but see, it's already very oily. Some people don't even use olive oil in it, but I find that just a tiny bit helps cook it better. But too much olive oil, and then you're just going to be kind of frying it, and that's not what you want. You want it to kind of melt. Mountain, I don't know if I'm missing questions or anything.
I'm answering.
Oh, okay. This is actually the longest part of the whole dish, is cooking the guanciale. I'm going to go ahead and start this, since it does take forever. So my friends Laura and Amanda are watching, and one time they were here visiting and we made carbonara in this kitchen, in this very kitchen.
And that's going to be another cooking class at some point. Well,
I still have to work on that one a little bit. But,
no, you're good at it.
but it was so good that we didn't even put it on plates. I'm looking at the wrong place, okay.
You ate it out of the...
We ate it
Pan?
straight out of the pan. Like
Is that when I was asleep?
Yes, you were asleep. We called you, like,
Oh,
no,
yeah, that's the time you were.
come on, come eat. But it was so good. We called the kids in, and they're just like, are you going to put it on plates? And we're, no, come eat. Get a fork, come eat. It was so
So that was when I had food poisoning, right?
good. No, not that time. You
Oh, that
had
was a
just come
different
in
time.
that morning from
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
Food poisoning.
Oh, you got food poisoning?
Yeah, that's the time I got food poisoning. No.
No, it wasn't. You just came in. You came in with Laura.
Oh, I was just exhausted.
Yeah, you're tired.
Oh, I had a pilgrimage. I think I was sick.
You might have been sick, but it wasn't food poisoning.
I think it was food
Food
poisoning.
poisoning was better.
No, I think I had it in Israel too. Yeah, I came in that morning with your friends.
Mhm.
They returned a car that day.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was so tired because I just finished a pilgrimage that I fell asleep as soon as I got home, like in the morning, and I slept until the next day. And so I missed all the food and all the fun.
Oh, there was loud
And there was, like,
music,
apparently
there
they were
was
screaming
dancing, there was wine, there was eating straight out of a pan. It was crazy.
And I slept through it.
You were here. You came into the kitchen and ate with us.
Yeah, that's when they were coming from Tuscany. We shared a van. I was quiet because I was sick and tired. So I slept the whole night.
Okay, so we're still cooking. It's still not ready. See how there's some pink bits in there? Still not ready. But you want to keep it slow, low flame, because if you do it too much, I've done it before, I've burnt it in just a matter of seconds, and then it's no good. So, better to be patient. Also, I feel cooking is always better if you're drinking wine while you're cooking. Maybe it's too early for you guys there, but yeah, with these dishes, I think a glass of wine is.
How long do you usually cook
Sure.
this?
How long do you cook that for usually? The guanciale? Like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, around there. It's the longest part of this whole recipe. After that, everything's pretty quick. Okay, so we have this cooking, we have water trying to boil, and
So she mentioned at the beginning that this is from the town of Amatriciana, and after the earthquake that pretty much wiped out the whole city, you can Google it and you can see the town like how it was before and after. And there's even a picture of the Pope. Pope Francis visited. Oh, should your water be on? We turned our water on because it takes forever, but I guess you can go ahead.
yeah, you should probably go ahead.
Turn on your water to get the pasta ready.
Yeah. I mean, our thing takes forever. A lot of times I have the sauce ready and everything's done, but the water's still not boiling. So I tend to put mine on right away. But maybe your stove's better than mine, and probably it's quicker. But just to be safe, go ahead and put it on. You can always turn it down. You don't need it.
Anyway, she mentioned that there was a earthquake, and all the restaurants here started donating money to Amatriciana. If you've ever been with me to Rome, I've probably taken you to Pizza Island. They are from that town, and so they gave, it was like tens of thousands of dollars from the sale of Amatriciana
That's where I had it the first time. Pizza
salt in the water.
Not yet. Don't put salt in the water until it's at a full boil. I learned that when I came over here because I used to always put the salt in right away, but that actually makes it slower. So you want it to boil and then put the salt in and then put your pasta in. So
Don't put oil in, right?
No oil. No. Those nonas will beat you for that. Don't ever do that. Also, don't throw pasta against the wall. That's not something you do either.
You don't throw it against the wall?
No. There's so many rules. You would not believe how many rules
Tell
there
them
are.
the rules.
What else is there?
There's a lot.
What else is there? Amelia, what other rules are there? Besides not
About
swimming?
pasta?
Don't put cheese on a.
Well, come here and tell
Yeah,
me.
come here and talk for a minute. This is almost ready, so Amelia will talk to you for just a minute.
Can I
and then
show them
we'll
what
go
it looks like?
Okay, so see how it's producing a lot of oil here? That's why you don't put a lot of olive oil in it. That's good stuff though. You want that because that's going to make your...
You want the oil?
Yes. Also at this point, before Amelia starts talking, we should go ahead and put the peppers in.
Oh yeah, don't break the spaghetti in half. That's another thing.
That's another rule.
So that's something I used to always do before I knew better. Is I would break it because then it was easier to...
Okay, so
Then
real
you
quick,
I
short
don't know.
pasta.
wait. Real quick on the... We're going to go ahead and put the peppers in. So I use 2 peppers because I like to have a little bit of a kick. And they're kind of small, as you can see. They're not real big. So I just sliced off the top and then just throw them in.
That's it?
That's
You
it.
don't open them up or anything?
If you do that, it'll be super, super spicy. And I have done that before, and nobody could even eat the pasta. It was too spicy. So I don't do that anymore. I just cut the top off, and then every so often, I'll just kind of do that and let some of the juices come out. That's it. That gives it all the kick you need. Okay, go ahead and tell your rules.
Tell us some rules in
I
there.
don't really know. You can't put cheese in front of the other, right? I'm not
Right.
positive.
Tell
Is that the
them.
one?
Tell the green dot there. Don't tell me.
Hello, green dot. Well, now I don't remember. I only know the ones that don't have to do with food.
You can't put cheese on anything with
Seafood?
Meat? No. Okay. Yeah.
You
seafood.
never put meat inside with your pasta, unless it's ragu.
Yep. Exactly.
What else do you
And
have?
never get in water within 30 minutes of
That's
eating.
not a food thing. I guess it is a
It's
food
is
thing.
eating. It's totally food. I don't know anything else.
Okay, so the guanciale is almost ready. There's just a couple pieces that are a tiny bit transparent, so I'm going to let those cook for just another minute, and then we're ready.
Is everybody keeping up? Don't throw your pasta water out. When you drain your pasta.
That's true.
Yes,
Or
that's
drain
true.
it- Yeah.
You use that starchy pasta water to make cream, to make things like fettuccine alfredo. That's not an Italian dish at all, but the version that they have here, you use the pasta water to make it the cream. Instead of adding cream, it's the pasta water that does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other rules, Amelia?
Not that don't have to do with food.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next step. So here's where we are. See, it's looking kind of like bacon. A little bit crispy. Got the peppers in there. Okay, so the next step, well, I'm sorry. Let's do like 30 seconds more. These are just a touch transparent still.
Kathy says she's learning so much.
Good. It's crazy though, all the rules, because I used to break every single one of them before we moved here. I had no idea. Also, I used to make a pot of pasta, and I would make a sauce separate, and then I would spoon the pasta into a bowl or a plate or something, and then just put a dollop of sauce
Well,
on
that's
top,
coming.
and that's it.
That's coming.
What do you mean that's
Well,
coming?
when you start mixing it up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
So pancetta is saltier.
I think so, but I'm not sure. I don't cook with pancetta very often, so I don't know. I use pancetta when I make quiche Lorraine, and that's about it. So I don't really know how salty it is. I imagine it's pretty much the same saltiness. Okay, I think we should go to
So yeah, but you should still just kind of test the sauce as you go, just to see.
Okay, so now we have it. It's getting quite crispy.
How much wine do you have here?
This is just a glass of wine. The recipes I see say 50 milliliters, but a glass.
So this is white wine, and we use wine from Orvieto.
Yeah.
Pour it right in.
And then just let that alcohol cook off. So just a minute or so. And at this point I turn it up just a touch because now there's a liquid in there, so the guanciale isn't gonna burn at this point. And we wait.
We wait.
We wait.
Do you have any stories to tell?
Not really. I've been practicing this recipe so much, my poor family, like every other day.
We've had Amatriciana every day this week.
I'm just like, I have to try it again just to make sure. I'm a little iffy
Not
on
really.
I'm a little iffy on this, so we're gonna have it again. And they're just like, Amatriciana again?
Yeah, Mandy mentions that she learned no adding olive oil to water. I thought you were supposed to as well. And even recently I was still doing that, and then I got in trouble because I thought you were supposed to. And I was always putting the salt in at the beginning because I thought you were supposed to.
The salt does something with the temperature of the water. It makes it take longer to boil if you put it in at first.
I didn't know that.
Tell me.
The same with freezing, like salt affects temperature changes.
Amelia's taking chemistry, so she knows more about this than I do.
You can see we turned on our water a while ago and it's still not hot. What music do I have on in the background? I have Frank Sinatra on. I just thought I'd have some background music. Hopefully, is it too loud? Do I need to turn it down? I didn't even know you could hear it. I just wanted something going on.
My guanciale, came covered in salt, rosemary, and other herbs. Grumble, grumble. So I'm a little nervous about the flavor profiles. Yeah, mine comes with stuff on it too, and to be honest, it could be the same thing. I have no idea.
Yeah, they
It
season
comes with stuff.
guanciale. And pancetta has like stuff on the outside too.
It'll
so
be
that
fine.
when it's sliced, it has just a little on the edges.
I saw the picture. I mean, it looked good. And that's a good price too for that big chunk you got.
Is it boiling with the wine?
Can you
show?
show? Okay. Yes, it's just a little simmer. It's not like a full boil. I just let it kind of, I don't know, chill for a minute in that wine so that the alcohol boils off. So, just another minute or so.
Oh, Alexa doesn't have a very good dinner mix. I'm sorry. I put on some Frank Sinatra because I'm a big fan. So
here I'm
Thought we'd
kind
get
of,
some background
I'm
music.
kind of, what would you call this? What am I doing here?
you're tapping it. I don't know.
Tapping the peppers to let some of the spiciness out.
Laura just poured her wine. She's a couple minutes behind.
Okay.
Is everyone keeping up, or are you a little behind?
I only used half my guanciale chunk. Good. So you can make carbonara now.
Yeah, if we need to slow down at all, let us know.
I can slow down.
I mean, we're
I can turn it down. What other stories can we tell? I don't know if you mentioned it during your kitchen tour, but this is a big
Kitchen tour.
This is a big kitchen for Italy.
For us, yeah, we've lived in 4 places, And this is the biggest kitchen we've had.
Okay, are you guys ready for me to move on? I can let it chill a little bit, or I can go to the next step if everybody's ready.
Kathy wonders, should she double this recipe if it's 4 adults and 3 boys under 5?
What? 3?
3 boys under 5 and 4 adults. I would think so because Lily doesn't eat much.
4 adults?
4 adults.
And 3 kids?
Under 5 though.
If
They would
you,
need more
if you
than this.
double it, I would go ahead and double it and then save whatever extra because it actually saves really well. A lot of times if we go out to a restaurant or something and I order this, I'll bring home any leftovers and I'll cook it the next day for lunch. You just put it back in a pan. I put just a little bit of water in there just to rehydrate it, I guess, and it cooks fine. So I would just double it and then have leftovers. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah, people are
Everybody
caught
caught
up.
Okay.
Most people are caught up.
Let me
Well, I say
consult-
most,
let
like
me
a couple
consult
people
my
said it.
recipe Just to make sure. Add tomatoes. Okay. Let me show you my recipe. This is how.
Sarah has enough guanciale for carbonara. Kathleen's keeping up.
This is how sad. I mean, this is my recipe right here. It's like just scrawled and doodled. There's a box here. that I
Well, when
drew.
you're a Nona, that'll be perfect because it'll look like a Nona recipe. A Nona's a grandma, by the way.
Okay.
Wait, we had a question. What was it? What is the difference between guanciale and prosciutto?
Well, guanciale is the cheek meat of the pig. The cheeks. That's guanciale. Where does prosciutto come from? It's the leg.
Yeah, it's not
The
the.
prosciutto is the legs, and it's cured. It's not actually cooked. It's they coat it with salt, and then
And
they just
hang it.
hang it. And I don't know how long the process takes, months maybe. And then if you go to a market or something, they'll have like a pig leg. Lily, close your ears. they'll have
Lily loves pigs.
they'll have a pig leg kind of put into this vice kind of thing, and then you go and order some prosciutto, and they'll just slice it right off. So there's no cooking to it.
Yeah, it's
You
just
can
cured meat. And it's like our thinly sliced ham back in the States.
But it's cured.
But it's
not,
cured, yeah.
It's not cooked.
But it's usually really thin, whereas guanciale is more like Italian bacon. Jowl meat, yeah. That's what you would say to like a butcher. That's
okay,
how
I'm
they
gonna
would-
go ahead and put this in because I don't want this to.
Oh, what are you doing? You didn't tell the people.
Okay, this is my canned tomatoes. So it's just peeled.
So it's time for your tomatoes to go
So
in.
just put that in there. Get all the good stuff out. Okay. And then just take your spoon and just break it up. Break up the little chunks. I find this part kind of fun. So I'm just breaking the tomatoes and just mix it in with the, what do we already have in there?
Wine. Oil.
Oil, and
guanciale.
guanciale. And just
Can
mix
you
it
use
all
crushed
together.
tomatoes?
Yes. Yeah, most of the recipes I've seen call for peeled whole tomatoes, so that's just what I always use. But yeah, you can use diced, crushed. I wouldn't use like a passata, or they don't
I
have
don't know what
passata
that
there.
Paste?
No, not
No,
paste.
sauce?
Sauce, because you want like the big chunks in there.
Kathleen says it's smelling good there. It's smelling good here too.
Yeah, it smells really good. At this point, you should also put in a little bit of salt and pepper, and I should have gotten this out earlier. So just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and that's basically it. We're just gonna let that sit while the pasta is boiling, and then we're done.
Notice our water still has not started boiling.
I should probably turn it on a little.
Like 30
I-
minutes later and it's still.
I tend to let this cook like 10 minutes. So I try to time it so it's 10 minutes with the pasta, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Because our stove is not very good.
When do you add the pecorino?
At the end, after the pasta goes in here, then you put the pecorino and we'll mix it all together and then it's done. So that's it. We kind of wait. We wait for the pasta to be ready. The salt and pepper shakers are neat because you click them and not twist them. These Mountain bought me for Christmas one year because we were at Crate and Barrel, and I love these things, and I don't like to buy myself things, so I was like, oh, I really love those, but there's no way I'm going to buy them. And he went back and surprised me with them, and I got them for Christmas that year.
You got peppermint bark too.
Yes, peppermint bark
In
too.
the same place.
So yeah. So I brought these from home because I love them so much from America. So. Okay. So still waiting on that to boil. Just another minute or so. That'll be ready to put the pasta in. Is everyone caught up?
Yeah, for those of you that are live, are you caught up? Sauce in.
Do your daughters like to cook? Lily does.
Yeah, Lily has her own restaurant. It's called the Wooden Spuddin. Where's the spoon?
I'm getting that.
She has aprons. Laura just poured the tomatoes.
Okay.
She has,
Is that backwards? That's backwards.
it's probably backwards.
Yeah. So this is a spoon that says Lily's Wooden Spuddin, and it says, I like to stir the pot. So
Where's our wish is your,
that's
our
on the
dishes?
shirt. That's on the shirts.
What's the slogan, Lily?
Your wish.
No.
Your dish.
Your dish is our command.
Your dish is our command. So my parents got her this. They also got her an apron, right? Don't you have an apron?
No.
No,
No,
they're
t-shirts.
T-shirts.
A lot of t-shirts.
T-shirts. Wooden Spuddin. So like wooden spoon, but it rhymes with wooden. Oh good, it was not backwards. Water's caught up. Their water is boiling. Just poured in the
Oh.
tomatoes. What?
If you have to grate your cheese, now is a good time to do it. Usually, I keep forgetting to look at the little dot. Okay. Usually I do that at this point when the sauce is cooking, but I already went ahead and grated the cheese ahead of time. So if you haven't done that yet, or if you got cheese that needs to be grated, then go ahead and do that now. And this is how much, and I don't have a scale, so this is how much I do, about this much. A good couple handfuls for a family of 4.
So you asked if we cook at home more or if we eat out more. We cook at home mostly.
We used to eat out more.
Yeah, when we first moved over, we ate out all the time. But now we cook at home more. And especially like now.
Yeah, we used to
with-
go out to eat at least once a week.
Yeah, with the way the world is, we don't go out hardly ever. Occasionally we'll go for pizza and we bring it home to eat. But yeah, it's been a while since we've actually been out. Is there another cheese that can be used instead of pecorino?
Traditionally pecorino, but if you can't get pecorino or you don't like pecorino, I mean, you can always use Parmesan. Don't tell any Italians. Just use whatever cheese you can get. But pecorino is like a
It's
sharper
stronger,
taste.
yeah,
It's a sharper taste, so it really is good with this dish. And you also don't have to use as much as I do. If it's too much for you, then use less.
Do you give measurements?
In the recipe we did.
We did, yeah. So in the recipe that I posted, it had measurements.
Yeah, so we did 150 grams of guanciale. I do 1 can of tomatoes.
What kind of can?
This. I bought an extra in case I messed up and spilled it all over the floor. So this is what I get. So it's just a little can. It's like 14 ounces American.
Yeah, 250 grams.
Well,
Wait,
400.
no, 400 grams, yeah.
So that's good for a family of 4. Sometimes if I have extra tomatoes left over from something else, I'll throw them in there too. So what else? For the cheese, it's about 50 to 75 grams is what the recipe says, but I don't have a scale, so I have no idea. So I just kind of
Make a big pile of cheese.
I make a big pile of cheese, like 2 handfuls is about what I use. And then
How about noodles?
pasta. Don't ever call it noodles. That's another rule. It's not noodles. It's pasta.
Okay. How about
Actually,
pasta?
that's a good segue because
Yeah, let's
that's
talk
next.
about pasta.
Okay, well, first let me put in the pasta. So for our family of 4, I get Rumo usually, Rumo brand. This one's really good. I don't know if you can get this in America, but I usually do like 100 grams per person. So almost the whole package, but not quite. So, let me show you. So, for us, for family 4, it's about this much. And again, I don't have a scale. I kind of just look at the package and I mentally divide it into fifths and then take 4 of those, and that's how much I cook. So about this much for a family of 4. So go ahead and, oh, I forgot to salt it.
Oh.
Gosh. Okay, now you salt the water. So I have this like kitchen salt and just a good handful. Now you put it in. And then you put your pasta in.
Did you say one?
Yeah, we have more. We have like 6 packages of this stuff. It went on sale recently, so I went crazy and bought like tons. Okay, so check the amount of time on your package of what to do. Don't go over that time because you don't want it mushy. Also, I tend to take mine out like a minute before the package time. Like this says, what does it say? 6 minutes. So at about 5 minutes, I'll start taking it out and putting it in the pan with the sauce.
Al dente. Do you want to compare?
Yeah, just a second. 6. I have to get it in there first.
John enjoys the Sinatra in the background. You can never go wrong with Sinatra. Whole Foods has fresh pecorino.
Notice I did not break that in half.
No breaking of the pasta. What's the rule on red wine versus white wine? You're the only person drinking beer sometimes.
Red wine.
There are other Italian beers other than Peroni. I don't drink beer, so I don't know.
Beer culture is kind of big
There are
here.
Italian craft beers.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of times I'll see people drinking beers now. It's not like going to London and seeing everyone drinking beers, but you do see a lot of people drinking beers.
Kathleen, I don't understand your question. What did we mean? I don't want to miss a food question. But Kay, as far as white versus red, like Italians would drink maybe a white wine with white sauces and a red wine with red sauces. But people really don't care. What did you put in the water? She put salt in. So just like a little
handful of
salt.
Like
Rock salt?
rock salt. Not table salt. It's called kitchen salt. I don't know if they have
Where
that
is
in
it?
America.
I'll show you.
The box?
No,
What's
the
up there?
actual salt.
Oh.
It's just like pre-ground salt. You can see it's not kosher. You can't see that at all.
Yeah. You also can't
dumb.
see the difference between the pastas, so.
So you can see it's like, salt before you grind it up in a salt grinder.
But this isn't even processed at all. It's just plain, like out of the ground kind of salt. It's called kitchen salt here.
You can't tell the
You
difference?
can't tell the difference. The light's not good. You can feel it.
Yeah, so this is Barilla pasta, Barilla. You can
Barilla.
get that. And this is the other stuff. What is it? Rumo? So I don't think you can
Yeah, you can't
see.
see.
Yeah, you won't be able to see. But if you were to look at them side by side, maybe I'll take a picture and post it on the Patreon page. If you were to look at them side by side, you can tell the Barilla pasta is very smooth. And so you might think that that's better, but the other pasta is very rough.
It's very textured.
I don't know if can you hear that? Some ASMR noise, like you can hear that's very rough, and this is smooth. Rough?
Someone said entire bag of pasta.
Smooth.
For us, for family 4, I do about 400 grams of pasta, and a pasta package is 500 grams, so I do almost the whole thing. So I did the whole thing minus about this much. I don't know if they can see. I probably could have done a little more. I did the whole package except for that much. So like 4/5 of a package is what I do. But it doesn't really matter because you can, if you do a whole package and you're going to be taking it out of the pot and adding it to this pan. So you can just not add it all if you cook too much. So it's okay.
Anyway, the difference between the two pastas is where's the box? Oh, it is. So you surely know this brand. Like if I went to my grocery store in the States, this is probably what I would normally buy. But it's made by a machine, right? Is that, or it's a different type of machine?
They use like the barilla, that's what you have.
Yeah.
They use like a die cutter. It's Teflon, which is an inferior kind of metal. So the good stuff uses brass and bronze cutters. Like they push the pasta through these little tiny holes, and that's what makes the bucatini. But more importantly than that is the drying process. So the cheaper stuff, the barilla stuff.
Did you time it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did turn on the timer.
So the cheaper barilla stuff, I can tell just by feeling it. Because they need to make a lot as quickly as possible, they use high temperatures and a very short drying time, and that's why you don't get that nice texture on it. But the Rumo pastas, they do a slower time, like a longer time rather, and lower temperatures. So that's why it gets this texture. And you want that texture because that's what the sauce is going to stick to.
Oh, that's what I was getting to, texture. So this is what the sauce looks like right now.
Oh, sorry. So it's just still
Simmering.
getting more and more guanciale-y. So really, I just give it a stir every so often. There's really not much to do with it yet.
Oh, so there, Julie says she got a different padilla, which is collection, and it's rough.
Those are nicer. They
Okay.
must use the different drying process for those. But they have those here too, but I only ever rarely buy that.
Okay.
I do buy bucatini. I'm sorry.
Well, obviously
barilla.
we have a box of it.
Barilla. I do buy it sometimes because there's like angel hair. For some reason, only Barilla makes that here, so I have to buy it for that. But sometimes I buy it if the other stuff's on sale. I'll buy that. So really, here all the pastas are the same price. So like I can get a box of Rumo for 50 cents sometimes, 50 euro cents. My pasta is done. Now do we add it to the sauce? Let's see, are we almost done? Oh, yes we are.
Oh, it's good timing.
Okay, so I'm gonna try one just to make sure it's,
You're gonna throw it on the wall?
no, I'm not. Here's how you try pasta. You just kind of put it in the sink, break a little piece of it off, and try it. It is pretty much almost ready. If yours is ready, go ahead and just hold on 1 second, because I'm almost there. Okay, let's go ahead and just do that. Okay, so I'm going to just move my pan a little closer here and go ahead and just turn that off. And then you could drain it into a drainer, but you want this little bit of liquid in it. So what I do is I just put the pan really close and I just plop it in there.
So instead of putting the pasta directly on the plate and then a little sauce on top, you add the pasta to the sauce.
And this is for every kind of Italian pasta. You don't do it the other way around. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Anytime you make pasta, you should be doing this.
Okay, so this is really just mixing it all together. At this point, you're going to add your cheese. So let me go grab that. So just put that in there. keep mixing
And in this
it
case, the
together.
cheese goes in the sauce, not on top.
Okay, if you want to get really fancy, you can. There's this new move I've been practicing, and I failed miserably the first time I tried it, and I got pasta all over my feet. But we'll try it, see what happens. Okay. So do that a couple. Yep, I've spilled some. Do that a couple times, and there you go. It's ready. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. So then you stick it on the plate.
Amanda says like a boss.
Boss. Well, I did make a little mess, so at least it didn't get on my shoes this time. And I found that using little tongs is good for presentation. That's what the Nornais use. So you just grab a chunk of it, put it in your plate. Put a little more. No, I didn't get any guancialas in there. Oops. Okay, I just messed up my plate. And that's pretty much it.
Yep, so
That's
simple.
It's very simple.
You've gotten some
So-
bravos.
Is everybody caught up? Everyone also doing the...
Throwing their pasta all over the kitchen.
Have you made a mess in your kitchen? Okay, so that's it. Then you just put it on a plate and you eat it, and you don't even need to add cheese on top. I don't. He does sometimes.
I always ask for cheese, and then she's like, it's already in the sauce.
If you want cheese, it's fine. I won't tell any Italians. But don't tell any Italians because they'll say no. Because it's already in the sauce.
Yeah, if it's in the sauce, you wouldn't add it on top, apparently.
Apparently. So,
Gonna make for dinner. Good. It is a little early for pasta for some of you.
well, I'm going to go ahead and start.
Yeah, because
making
it's
more
ready.
flesh.
Now, it gets cold fast, so if yours is ready,
Here, do you want to
then it's time
see what
to,
it looks like the whole pan
it's
of it
time
looks
to
like?
go eat.
So that's
So,
it.
yeah, that's it. Like I said, very simple. It's just the wine, guanciale, the tomato, oil, salt. That's it.
A little
right?
bit of pepper.
A little pepper.
And the pepper and cheese. Did you say that?
Oh, I didn't say
peppers,
that
little
either.
red peppers.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. You did the cooking, not me.
So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I'm making a big mess now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plate up the pasta for the kids, and we're going to eat dinner. And that's that.
Yeah, so let us know how it was. Oh, Donna's tossing. Good. Looks good. Looks great. Good. So we're all going to have the same meal today. So that's good.
I would like to see pictures of everybody.
Yeah, you should send us pictures
How
or
it came out.
whatever social network you're on. You can post it and tag us so we can see how it looks.
And
But
like I said, this
Don't
keeps,
wait. You need to go eat it now because it gets cold fast.
Like I said, this keeps really well. So leftovers, if you have any leftover, just throw it in the fridge, and you can heat it up tomorrow. It's still going to be good.
Kathleen says it smells amazing. You have 8 grandkids there. You're still able to do it. Laura is still tossing. Hopefully Laura doesn't make a mess.
Something I should mention.
Oh, the pepper.
I forgot to do it.
Yeah, the pepper. They just asked about the pepper.
Yes, you do take it out. I totally forgot. So 2 people here are going to get a little pepper surprise because I put 2 peppers in there.
It is not a fun surprise. I've gotten the pepper surprise before, and I was like eating, and I was like, "Oh, this is spicy," and then I like swallowed it,
Amelia's cried when she got
and
the
my
pepper.
whole body was sweating, and it was the hottest thing I'd ever eaten.
Okay, so
and I like spicy.
I often do this, and I did it here. I forgot to take the pepper out. But before I put the pasta in, about that is where you want to look for those peppers and go ahead and throw them away. Because otherwise someone's going to bite into it thinking it's a tomato, and they're going to be mad at you.
That is no tomato.
Because that happens to me a lot. Like, you didn't take the pepper out. So, surprise, there's 2 peppers in there, so someone's going to get the lucky pepper.
Oh, good. Can't wait. All right, so I guess we're gonna go eat.
Yeah, that's it.
So, do you have any questions? Because I don't know if you're all caught up. Some people are still flipping. I would guess it's ready for most of you. Do you want to? It's already all plated.
It's all
Did you
plated.
girls get the table ready?
Yeah.
No, table's ready.
All right, so we're ready to eat.
Yeah, we're gonna go have dinner. So if you don't have any questions, Gloria just got home. You gotta catch up, Gloria. We're ready to
Hurry
eat. So we're gonna go have dinner. Hopefully you're gonna have dinner. Be sure to like send us a picture or post it, tag us so we can see how it looks, and let us know what you think, because it is very simple compared to most pastas that we would have in the States. And I did that too when I was in America. I'd make like these big fancy sauces. And here, at least in Rome, they're almost always super simple, like 4 or 5 ingredients.
Less than 5 ingredients usually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Can't wait for the next one. Good. Amanda misses you.
Oh, I miss you too. When are you coming? I'm waiting.
120-hour rule, Amanda. I can get you here. All right. Have a good lunch, breakfast, dinner, depending on when you're watching this. We'll talk to you soon. Hope you enjoy it. Ciao. Girls, come say ciao. Come say ciao. Girls are like sitting here the whole time just looking at us. Say ciao.
Ah.
That's not a ciao. Say ciao.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being here.
watching.
Thanks for being patrons. You help us out a lot. Bye. Oh, Roman says ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.